Meet Kirigaya Kazuto. Kazuto, also known as Kirito in the various virtual worlds he finds himself in, is the main character of Sword Art Online series. Having distanced himself from his family, Kazuto had found peace in games and eventually in the virtual world of Sword Art Online, the first full dive experience in the form of a VR MMORPG, when he managed to become one of the 1,000 beta testers. 2 months after the beta period was concluded, the boy with black hair got what he was waiting for. Another chance to become Kirito arrived with the full release of Sword Art Online, featuring the Grand Castle of Aincrad floating high up in the sky, with all 100 floors to be conquered by the players. He put on his nerve gear and dived back onto the floating castle of Aincrad. He claimed that he felt more alive in VR than he did back in the real world. A person with the player name Klein came across Kirito and asked for his help, trusting the confident movement and behavior of the boy who looked different than Kazuto. Kirito decided to show this full dive newcomer the ropes and hung out with him until it was time to head back to the real world. But the duo came to a grave realization after these mere hours. The logout button was nowhere to be seen, and Kirito knew of no other way of forcing a logout on a nerve gear. They were teleported to the starting area along with every other player by the person who created this virtual world, Kayaba Akiko. The GM avatar controlled by Kayaba explained that the residents were not allowed to leave the game until they cleared the Ruby Palace on top of the 100-floor castle. Kirito was even more shocked to learn that death in Aincrad meant death in real life, as Kayaba explained that he programmed the nerve gear to fry the user's brains upon death. But it was the final act of Kayaba before the GM avatar disappeared that solidified the boy's perspective to this virtual world. A mirror appeared in Kirito's hand as light engulfed his body. When it subsided, he looked at the mirror in utter shock as he came eye to eye with the person who looked back through the mirror. It was Kirigaya Kazuto staring back at him. Virtual world of Sword Art Online had just become the reality of the 10,000 players trapped inside Aincrad. For more information on Kirito and the various adventures he finds himself in, as well as more on Sword Art Online, visit Sword Art Online Wikia and follow us on Twitter at SAO_Wikia for the most recent news on the series.